You're listening to Season 14, Episode 192, recorded on January 18th, 2022, live from Austin, Texas, with hosts BeckiJo Neill and Kim Stacy. Our musical guest is Bruce Hughes. But first, our show is possible thanks to our patrons and sponsors. Join our community to get exclusive access to content, merch, your own spotlight, and more for as little as $1 a month. Your support helps us continue to showcase local artists. Sign up at CIMP.live. That's CIMP.live. Thank you for supporting local live music. And remember to give the podcast a 5-star rating. Every rating helps these artists get discovered by new fans. And now, brought to you by Music Firsthand and their live music booking app, here's comedians interviewing musicians.
Hello, and welcome to episode of Comedians. What?
192.
I thought you said 202, and I was like, did I black out and forget our 200th episode? But honestly, it could have happened. It could have been both. But welcome to episode 192 of Comedians Interviewing Musicians. My name is BeckiJo Neill. This is my lovely co-host, Kimberly Ann Stacy.
Hi, everybody. I'm not wearing pants.
Because she's wearing a dress. She's trying to be cheeky. Ma'am.
Yeah.
It's a lovely January Tuesday. We've been gone for like a month. So thanks for y'all for tuning in tonight. Okay, not Chris shading us in the comments already. Oh my God, we're a little rusty after a long holiday break. Calm down, Dad. Chris. Well, we're here with Chris too. Whatever. Everyone give him a round of applause. Thanks, Chris, for being our producer, like the person who does everything. Like God.
This is a good positive opening.
Super positive. We love him, actually. But thank you all for joining us back in the new year. And I hope you all had a good holiday. Hope everyone was safe. Hope everyone brought back into the new year some happy, good vibes and that we're able to go see some good music this year. That being said, we are joined by an incredible musician. We would like to introduce to you as Bruce Hughes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. Hey, Chris. Hey, BeckiJo. Hey, Kim.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Oh, living the good dream with you.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
I haven't seen you since the world turned on its axis and gave us this brand new 22.
That is the truth. Wait, so explain to us like where you're at right now. You've got this sick ass studio going on right now. Tons of basses behind you. Like what I'm assuming are shelves full of tchotchkes. Tell us where you're at.
I don't even know what's on those shelves. Oh, it's probably effects. I'm in Deep East Austin. East side, babe.
East side. Yes. North side.
East side.
No one?
The only time I was burgled was when I lived on the west side. I grew up in Austin. I've always lived on the east side. I've always lived on the east side, all the way from the old airport all the way down to Dove Springs. I love the east side. And there was a period of time in the mid 90s when I was over in Terrytown. I had some friends that were in a house and the house was burgled. It's the only time I've ever been robbed, when I lived in Fancy Town.
What did they take? Everything?
Guitars, a couple of things, television, stuff you can hawk.
That's rude.
A lot of stuff that I cared about then and don't anymore.
Yeah, same. I got burgled. My car got burgled.
I don't have it, so I can't care about it if you don't have it.
Right. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that's like relationships for me. Anyway, happy to be single in 2022.
Yay.
Going in fresh. Bruce, did you make any New Year's resolutions?
I didn't. No.
Fair. No, I don't need any more heartbreak. I already know that it's not going to happen. Yeah.
I just make a daily resolution to keep breathing.
That's a good one. I'll put that on my list.
I mean, I think that's a really morbid way of saying you meditate.
Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of bent that way. If you see me and you can imagine how I was as just a complete cotton-haired, super white kid in third grade, and I had a deep fascination for Edgar Allan Poe. and I would always draw like, gravestones and skeletons, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, I'm celebrating the things that I love, the dark side.
Oh my gosh. I think we would have been best friends. Except I would have been like really nervous because I grew up in a cult. So I'd be nervous to talk to you, but I'd be really excited. I'd be like, I'm doing something really naughty by talking to this kid who reads Edgar Allan Poe.
Who reads?
You read anything but the Bible? Oh my God.
Who could read the Bible?
It's boring. There's no pictures.
There is no pictures. Although I remember like when you're a kid, they give you the Bibles with pictures in it.
They do. Like
trying to get you to like maybe if we paint Jesus as like this hot white guy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe people. Precious Moments Bible.
The Precious Moments. No.
Those weird kids, angel kids. I don't know. I think I had my first sexual awakening because of those.
You continue. Ask Bruce about his New Year's. I have to grab something.
She's gonna go grab ass.
She's grabbing another dilly bar.
Wow, we're on this podcast.
She got a 10-pack from DQ. She's got 9 left.
She did. I didn't know you could buy things in bulk from DQ.
Did I? Does anybody know that?
I know. What else can you get from there?
Except for BeckiJo.
Okay, so my apartment's not that big. I'm just dumb and I couldn't remember where it is. But this is a precious moment my grandmother gave me.
Oh my God.
I think they're puppies, or this kid is strangling some animals.
Let go of them, Lenny. You're holding on too tight.
Yeah, you're holding on too tight. I think my grandmother thought because I like puppies that I would like this, but really I just think that this is very like Ed Gein-esque. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
It's called Blessed Are the Peacemakers.
Wait, what is that? Is that a head? Is that your precious moment, Bruce?
It is. It's one of my precious moments.
It's a very small skull.
Oh, it's a skull.
We might have the same skulls. Did you get that at HEB? It's a maraca?
It is. It's a skull rocka.
Skull.
Holy shit.
That's incredible. Okay. We haven't even gone through the entire interview, and you are the most interesting person I've ever.
That's on God.
It's a new year.
It's a new year. Who cares?
It's a new slate. It's a new year.
Rock your skulls, everybody.
Well, maybe that means we should kick it off with a first song.
Rocking your skulls.
All right.
I think we're right. Let's kick it off with the first song from Bruce Hughes. If you're having a good time tonight, his Venmo is on the ticker below and in the bio in the link for this video. So make sure, see, it has been rusty. Damn it, Chris, you caught me slipping. So if you go to the ticker.com at the bottom, you can find the Venmo, you can find the PayPal. Just make sure you send. Oh yeah, we didn't ask you, Bruce. Do you have a favorite emoji?
I mean, I like the dynamite.
Ooh, no one's used dynamite before.
I like the dynamite. I really do.
Dynamite. Yeah.
So if you go to Venmo and you so choose to participate in the help of Bruce Hughes, you can use the music first hand fist bump emoji. God, we're trying to get around the music.
You're doing great. So keep going.
Words are hard.
I know.
If you want to use the music first hand fist bump and the dynamite emoji, that way Bruce can go back and see when inevitably 6 months from now, someone from this podcast will hear this episode, and Bruce doesn't feel creepy about some random dude Venmoing him $18 for an episode of our episode. So just like use the music first hand fist bump and the dynamite so that Bruce can track for tax reasons.
Yeah, sending dynamite to a random person is never weird. So go ahead and
I think they're going to do that for me. I don't really have to do anything about that. Yeah, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, no one's ever mad about Venmo tips, but just let a person know. That being said, there we go. Chris just put it in the Facebook comments. So if you're watching on live, you can be sure to head on over to Venmo and PayPal. On Venmo, it's at Bruce Hughes. And on PayPal, it's at Base of Love.
But we're not accepting any contributions from Connie, my mom. Just tell her to ease up.
Oh, Connie, if you want to do that and support Bruce, I'll send it to him using my Venmo. So you can go to Yes Kim Stacy.
No.
There we go. Just Venmo Kim Stacy, Venmo Music Firsthand. We also have a Venmo. We will secretly, sneakily Venmo it to Bruce if you want to do that.
Yeah. I say this, but I often forget to do things I say. So Bruce, I'll probably use the money. Just kidding.
Yep. Kim's going to order himself some pizza.
Yeah, I'll order you pizza. Let's listen to Bruce.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play a song, and this is the first song on the new record. New record's called Late Night Polaroids. It comes out on Friday. So here we go. This is a little song called Sweet Children. If you fall down, right there to pick you up, keep you smiling, fill your pocket with a little luck, cut out my name, and I'll be rolling down your block, yeah. Too fast for brakes, don't have to fake it, you got what it takes, go ahead and make it better than it ever was before. Sweet children of the night, your neon eyes sparkle a little brighter when the sun has finally disappeared. Oh, what a sight. Yeah. Now wait a minute. You got your comic book money. Proceed with the abandon. Embrace disaster like it was going out of style. 100 miles an hour, baby, that's the way you drive. Too fast for break, too fast for break. You don't have to fake it, oh, you got what it takes. Go ahead and make it better than it ever was before. Sweet children of the night, your neon eyes sparkle brighter when the sun has finally disappeared. Oh, what a sight. Yeah. Sweet children of the night, your neon eyes sparkle a little brighter when the sun has finally disappeared. Sweet children of the night, your neon eyes sparkle brighter when the sun has finally disappeared. Oh, what a sight.
Yes. Thank you so much, Bruce. My dog literally never comes up to watch musicians, but she came up to see y'all. So
she loved a funky tune.
Because I put the extremely high dog frequency in that track. We can't hear it, but dogs can. It attracts dogs in a way.
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense why there's so many popular songs on the radio that dogs just love. It's because it's the high frequency we can't hear.
That 20K ring that I put in there. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You may never know.
Spanish fly dogs.
We hope that all listening tonight head on over to Venmo and PayPal, but we also like to shout out to our patrons and sponsors. Specifically tonight, our patron spotlight is Jeff Blankenhorn, Andy McIntyre, and Brian Wolf. All of them are podcast alumni, friends of the pod, family of the pod. Please check out any and all of their
people.
Truly awesome, really awesome people. So please head on over to any and all of their websites to check out all of their new stuff coming out and to see where you can see them playing next or live streaming, whatever the situation. And this is the section of our show where we let Kim do whatever she wants. Not really, but Kim, take it away in your sundress.
It is 2022. I am going to do whatever I want, Chris. So you better back up. Uh-oh.
You better back the beep.
You better back up because I have zero follow through.
Nook, if you book, let's go.
Let's go. Bruce. So we were kind of talking before the show and I wanted to hear more about it, but one of my friends texted me today, Eli, hey, and he said, how do you know Bruce Hughes? And I said, I don't yet. Why are you yelling at me? How do you know Bruce Hughes? He said, well, because I was at Thanksgiving with Bruce. I said, what the hell? And then Bruce told me that you had some friendly competition for Thanksgiving and some other kind of competition. I want to hear about these two things that you did for Thanksgiving.
I mean, we always do. It's like a long time family tradition to go over to my sister's house, and she married into this huge family, the Salinas clan, and there's a couple of traditions that we do, and the first one is everybody has to pitch in $2 and play rock paper scissors tournament. And so there's just a brutally competitive rock paper scissors tournament, and it's the ages this year were I think the youngest was 3, and then the oldest was my mom Connie at 84, who by the way, she cheats.
Also, Chris, bleep her age. We're not putting Connie on blast like that. We're bleeping Connie's age. Sorry, Connie.
Did I say her age?
Well, wait.
Yes.
Wait, I want to know how Connie she cheats at rock, paper, scissors.
She waits just a little bit before the thing, and there's a referee. There's a referee that literally says, you gotta do it at the same time. There's none of this, there's none of this shaky hand business. So rock, paper, scissors tournament. Eli came in. He was one of the finals.
Of course he was. Because he's so good at everything.
He was good this year. He's tall. I think, he's so tall. He was able to see what people are going to film.
Yeah.
So the rock, paper, scissors tournament, I lost once again. I was knocked out pretty early in that game. And then after...
And a 3-year-old?
Probably. And then, it's random. Who knows?
Damn.
It's funny if I got taken out by a 3-year-old.
It's not like there's tactics involved.
There's no skill.
Yeah, you just keep doing paper the whole time. You're going to win. Just pick an answer. Just pick an answer. Just keep it.
You just do water balloon.
That's it.
If you pick paper every time, it's still the same odds as if you think about what you're going to pick every time. It's still 1 out of 3.
Exactly. And then after that, we always do a talent show.
I love that. Is that before or after food?
It's way after food.
Ooh, then that's a different kind of outcome.
It is. It's way after food and before Cards Against Humanity tournament. So there's it goes. It starts early and it goes late.
So at the talent show, everybody already knows you're a musician. Do you do a different talent or do you do a song?
Armpit farts.
Classic.
Next year, that's what we'll do. I haven't done that yet. It changes every year, and I don't know. Sometimes I'll sit down and play. It's incredibly intimidating to play, in front of you. It is.
Yeah, it is. I get nervous when my family's like, you are such a beautiful singer, sing us something. And I'm like, okay, he's got the whole world in his hands. I'm like, I don't know. Also, why am I singing that song? It's all a lot. So I totally understand.
I thought I was going to live like Little Drummer Boy. I thought I was going to make it through the holiday season without He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. But apparently that has been ruined for me also.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
Technically, it's post New Year's season, so
I don't know. There's another holiday coming up, Flag Day.
So many,
right?
I love Flag Day.
Good day for all flags. So they should all have their own day. So I loved your post on Instagram, and it's how to sign, and it was when you went on tour with one of your tours with Bob Schneider, and it said, warning, this performance contains explicit language and content and brief nudity. Who got naked?
There probably an audience member. That happens more. It happens more often than you think.
With Bob Schneider, I would think a lot.
It does, and then they get kicked out. But we encourage it. But we tell them right off the bat, don't do it. You won't like yourself very much afterwards, and it's not a suggested activity in front of the crowd. But if you want to, please do it. But we suggest that you don't.
Yeah.
Please do not. Those days have honestly fallen. They've fallen behind us.
Yeah, but Bob shouldn't do a side boob reveal anymore for brief nudity.
I mean, he bundles up. I don't think there's ever any side boob.
No side boob?
No, not.
That's probably why I've never gone to a concert.
Yeah, maybe.
But honestly, though, like smartphones have way better cameras now.
That's true. It's true.
It's so much easier to get your boobs recorded from 200 damn feet away now.
Yeah, and they won't turn out so pixelized.
No, or like, what, I don't even know what the hell was happening in Woodstock. Was someone with like the big, like, I'm being an asshole right now, but like, what if like someone in Woodstock just got like the big like sheath thing? He's like, hold, when it does like the big thing at Woodstock, and some girl's just like on top of a woo. Is that the only way we got topless photos before smartphones? How many quality topless photos were taken at venues? We may never know.
That's a good question. That sounds like an answer for next week. So I'll be doing that research this whole week.
Kim's Google gets flagged for just
looking at a lot of pixelized boobies.
Weekly. Yeah. So I'm not sure I'm not sure which tour that was, but I like to put the warnings up anyway, just because it makes people, it makes them interested.
I was very interested. Is there anything that stands out of something out of the ordinary or whatever that's happened at a show? That's like some audience member did something, you're like, well, that's a choice.
Yeah. I mean, that happens more. That happens more frequently at Bob Schneider shows than you would ever possibly imagine. Especially in the old days with the Scabs. I don't know if you guys remember those guys. Oh. Did you ever see the Scabs in the 90s, 2000s? It was the big party funk band that was Bob and me and 7 other guys, and we played at Antone's every week.
Wow.
There was an ongoing contest for people to try to get up on stage and take off their clothes.
Well, how does someone win?
We didn't have the contest. They had the contest. The audience set it up. Nobody wins in that situation. Security takes them out. Security says, we're going to have to remove you now. Please grab your clothes.
At least they were allowed to grab their clothes.
Well, yeah, of course. It's Texas.
I've gotten that before, but it was a library. Man,
they frown upon that now, I think. Yeah. Those days are over.
Those days are over. Yeah, because now we don't care. Like, if you're naked, that's fine. Are you wearing a mask?
Yeah.
That's what we care about.
Well, no, isn't it like you can be naked until someone calls the cops about it? Isn't that actually, you can be topless until someone calls the cops?
Well, Texas, you can walk out of your house topless. It's supposed to be legal, because that's the same thing with Maine. Like, but you can't like walk out and then go topless, because then you're making the decision then. So you have to know you're going to be naked before you leave.
If you're going to make the decision to be topless, I prefer you do it within the confines of your own bedroom. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I want there to be a law that says I cannot leave my house topless, because invariably I will leave my house without a shirt, and then I find myself out.
Yeah, every day you wake up and you're like, okay, Bruce, let's get ready for work. And you put your pants on and you just forget the top and you walk out and you're like,
and I'm talking to my neighbors, hey, what's going on? How's the thing? How are the things? And then they go, everything's great, but we're getting really uncomfortable.
But I'm distracted. By your nipples.
Yeah, they're like, Bruce, it's not the fact that you're topless. It's the fact that you have 2 4-pound nipple weights on either side. It's very uncomfortable for everyone.
Hold on, is that in my bio?
Yeah, one of your neighbors is like, you took out one of my mailboxes last week, Bruce. You can't turn like that. Wait. That's it.
Yeah.
On that note, who would like
Speaking of two things hanging from your breast, who's ready to hear two more songs?
Why not? One for each weight, you know?
Yes.
Is it song time?
Yeah. Please sing us two songs to my right and left boob. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Dedicated to Bruce's right and left boobs.
Yes. Everybody, here are some more songs from Bruce Hughes and his nipples. I need to go take a nap.
Also, everyone, please go back to @BruceHughes on Venmo and @BaseOfLove on PayPal with the music firsthand fist bump and the dynamite emoji. Here's two more songs.
We're doing it. These are two more songs, pretty much quick succession from the new record. Let me see if I can get this set up properly. Oh, yeah. That's good. Let's roll on up and take it to the stars. Looking up, see the past above us. Imagine the future is where we are now. Something we could both believe in. We get to the feeling that it's been a longer time since it all began. And here we are. Don't you know it? Gotta stand straight and tall, 'cause we're beautiful and life is gold. Only what will make of it so. Gotta stand straight and tall, 'cause we're beautiful and life is gold. Only what will make of it so. Let's make it work out. I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? What's inside of mine? I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? What's inside of mine? I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? It's what's inside of mine. We're moving now, you realize we are. Glitter in the distance, imagine. Light to a distant star. Now is that something you can squeeze in? Inside of believing that it's been a longer time since it all began. And here we are. Here we are, yeah. Gotta stand straight and tall, 'cause we're beautiful, life is gold. Only what will make of it so. Gotta stand straight and tall, 'cause we're beautiful, life is gold. Only what will make of it so. Let's make it work out. I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? What's inside of mine? I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? What's inside of mine? I can see it on your face. What's inside your head? What's inside of mine? So that's What's Inside Your Head. That's one of my favorite songs on the record, I have to say. Oh yeah, I'm bringing it. I am bringing it up. And this next song is called Live Forever. And it goes a little something like this. Yeah, yeah. with me, baby. Let's go inside, where the real and the deep never hide. There will be something, want you to see. Won't you be yourself off the street? Yeah, I will love you all night long. Gonna keep it honest and strong. And baby, when you're with me, you feel the same. Never gonna be lost again. 'Cause I found you. 'Cause I found you. 'Cause I found you right now. We're gonna jump in the river while the water is high. Swim like creation to the other side. We're gonna climb up the mountain till we touch the sky. Yeah, we're gonna live forever till we die. Until we die. Yes, I did. Unfold your mind, let me tickle your heart. Could we be together and still be apart? While the universe wheels about us in the heavens above. To infinity, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Nothing changes if it stays the same. I know your mother, father, they played those pillar games, but feel it, they will come and they'll go. Reach out and let me touch your soul, baby, let me touch you now. Oh, nah. You give me a minute, I'm gonna sing for you. We're gonna jump in the river while the water is high. Swim like creation to the other side. We're gonna climb up the mountain till we touch the sky. Yeah, we're gonna live forever. They're gonna drink up the water till the river is dry. Run out the devil to the other side. We're gonna jump off the mountain to the top of the sky. Yeah, we're gonna live forever till we die. Yeah. Forever. Yes, it's a tattoo. Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I just started to learn how to roller skate, and all I wanted to do was roller skate when you were doing that.
Perfect. I mean, I wrote the most of these songs for roller skating.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gullible and dumb enough to believe that. So
I'm way into it, and I want people to move. I do. I want people to move.
Yeah, amen.
I want them to be moved, but most importantly, I want them to move.
Yeah, and no one moves more than Kim Stacy when she flies on her face.
That is true. I've seen it happen. Speaking of moving and shaking and getting out and about, it's almost your birthday, Bruce. It is. It's almost your birthday.
I can't believe it.
Oh,
in a mere 4 hours and 17 minutes, it's going to be your birthday. So for those of you...
We're going to make it. We're going to do this thing for another 4 hours and 17 minutes.
We are. Get ready for a marathon, y'all.
I've got so many hours of music, so we're ready to rock.
Yeah, I've got at least 2 more minutes of jokes.
I know that BeckiJo has at least 8 more dilly bars that she's just going to.
Oh, yeah. Unless my boyfriend ate one of them last night, I at least have 8. Yeah, for sure. But I thought I would ask you, because I didn't know how in tune you were with your zodiac or your birthday brethren. But there are plenty of famous people that share your birthday.
There are.
Yes.
Now, you tell me something that's magical about my birthday.
Well, you're Capricorn.
Yeah.
And you actually mentioned one of the people that has your birthday before in this episode.
I think that's why, that's why I have a deep and unabiding love for Edgar Allan Poe.
Exactly. Edgar Allan Poe was born on January 19th. So spoiler alert, we're not going to put him on this quiz because I knew you would know that. But honestly, I think it's special. And I wanted you to know that there are plenty of other celebrities that share your birthday as well. And some of them are equally as inspirational and iconic. So
to you and to me. I mean, so Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, Lucille Ball, Deborah Messing. Let me see, who else? Who have I gotten any right yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Were you just making those up?
Well, I was like, I'm Googling. I was like, those were not on this list. That should have been on this list. Like Frank Sinatra, shit, Lucille. No, okay.
No.
I'm going to give you what they're famous for, the year they were born, the birthplace they were born. And then like
August. Sorry. I knew Deborah Messing's birthday was not in January.
Kim's like, there's no way Deborah Messing's a Capricorn.
Wait a minute.
Well, my mind, when I said Lucille Ball, and then I thought, it should have been Deborah Messing, and then so I mentioned her.
100%. We can talk about that on another episode.
Okay, right. Yeah. So,
you and Deborah Messing have the same hair.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Anywho, so this first person is famous for being a singer-songwriter. She was born in 1946. She is still living. She was born in Locust Ridge, Tennessee. She is 5 feet tall.
Don't look it up.
I'm not.
Moving your hand to look it up.
And I will say she is famous. Her look is very famous. She has a famous goddaughter. She's a country singer.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn to guess, or are you going to keep?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to guess.
Dolly Parton.
There we go. It's got to be Dolly. Dolly has your birthday. So come on.
That is magical.
It is.
That's incredible. I think if you share a birthday with one of the most iconic musicians, singer, songwriters of all time.
She is truly one of the, she has that channeling spirit where she's able to actually just kind of, like Rumpelstiltskin, just kind of weave songs out of thin air, and they just come magically. I mean, she wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You in the same afternoon. She wrote one, and then she goes, I think I got another song. I Will Always Love You.
What?
She wrote both of those on the same day, just tossed them out, probably wrote another 6 songs that were super huge hits. She's one of my heroes. I love Dolly so much.
There's a hilarious Drunk History episode where they talk about Jolene and I Will Always Love You. And it is one of the funniest episodes of that show of all time. And I think it's I can't remember her name right now. Chris, in the edit, will you just like pop her name up? She was on Happy Endings and she did SNL for like a year, but she was so funny. The retelling of the story is genius. Okay, this next one. These are good ones. I think you'll be happy about this one too. Okay. This guy is an actor and musician. He was born in 1953. He was born in LA. He is 5'11". I will say his parents are very famous. Oh no, like he's very famous. And he was married to someone very famous who you definitely said earlier.
Is he's still alive?
No,
dead. He
died December 2nd, 1986.
Oh, he didn't have a long life.
Was an actor, band leader, film and television producer.
Oh, Desi Arnaz.
Yes.
I didn't know that, but you gave me just enough to grow the answer. Thank you so much.
Wait a hot second.
You gave me so much nourishment on that.
Yes.
Well, technically, it was, that's messed up because I Googled the wrong thing. But you're right. It was Desi Arnaz Jr. I'm just an asshole. His son was born on the day of your birth, but he is still an actor, musician, band leader, and producer.
That's so great.
But that's wild that you got.
I feel like I've let you and the rest of this enormous audience down.
Yeah, they're pissed.
Facebook is writing in winger, songwriter, soul, blues, rock music, is a member of the 27 Club, famously, unfortunately.
Yeah, Janice. No, actually, her hometown was East Texas, but she found her way here when I was a kid.
Yeah, she grew up in Port Arthur, Texas, but she made her way to Austin. Yeah, very, very. Yeah, it's just, I think that's.
And Desi Arnaz Jr., we're all born on the same day. I'll tell you how. And that is right between mystery and imagination.
But
that was I'm just saying that was great.
But Kim, I already feel you're pregnant with kittens.
It is.
In the live stream, come back.
And so far, is it sounding okay?
No, it's incredible. A famous person, do one more song, come back, say bye to the Facebook Live people.
I'm going to say is that my question involves Sting, and we're not going to give any more hints, but
I'll have to join Patreon after this, which you can go to CIMP.live and find that. And if you had a good time tonight, you remember where to go to. It's in the ticker below and in the comments. Is a politician, Kittens, who was born in the year 1982 from South Bend, Indiana. Famous.
Does Pete have my birthday?
Yes, Pete Buttigieg was born on your birthday.
I'm tickled to share a birthday with that guy.
Yes, you share a birthday. That's super. I think that's badass. Pete is escaping me right now, but I follow on Instagram very much. So it is such a sweet little beagle mix. I love that.
Yes.
Who?
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be really jealous, you guys.
You're Southern Baptist nerd. She lost me and I kissed a girl. You gay baiting.
That.
Kim just wants to kiss a girl. Call 1-800-KIM-KISS right now. Bada bing. Any hoozle. That is the end of our January 19th birthday. If you enjoyed this, please
make it rain.
No one's mad at birthday money.
Wait a minute. Is this Facebook or OnlyFans? I don't remember.
Both.
Okay.
You know what? It's the same. Honest.
Mark Zuckerberg, then I'm down, but I don't really know how that doesn't. We're going to hear one more song on the live stream. Then we're going to say goodbye to the Facebook feeds / our podcast listeners, but you know where to go, CIMP.live. If you would like to see the exclusive, Kim's going to ask a question about Sting or Stink or
Steve. We're not ready yet. See, you know,
we're not ready.
Yeah.
This is one last song from Bruce. Why did I say Bruce?
I do it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah. I can't even say my own name. It's kind of a tongue twister.
It is.
My name's BeckiJo, and this is Sim Casey, and we're here with Booth.
I'm gonna go nap.
This is the last song on the new record. Glass all smeared and hazy from the phony fingerprints. Remember little seat morning train full of ghosts in suits slid past us and miserable, and who's already 6 feet underground. It's sideways smile like the Empress of Borneo. Make it all disappear in a cloud of smoke. Nothing but a pile of buildings where we used to stash the gold. I don't know how to leave you alone. Now I got you in my bones. Never gonna let you go. You turn and slowly walk away. Hands are full, your bags are fake. Jimmy Choo from Malaysia. I'm gonna play some guitar for you now. Trying to pull apart this jigsaw puzzle with a claw-tooth hammer and a fileteer. With your sinister smile like the Empress of Borneo. Kill me, little dynamite, and clap your hands together. Make it all disappear in a cloud of smoke. Shake your head. Tell me how the story's supposed to go. I don't know how to leave you alone. Now I got you in my bones. Never gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, hoop.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Dude, thank you so much again for being on our show.
So
We really
incredible.
appreciate it.
I am tickled that you guys had me as the very first guest of 2022, the year when all the bullshit turned around.
Yeah. You know what? Let's bookend it. How about you'll be the last person we interview this year?
What? Oh, you mean at the end of the year?
Exactly.
I'm in.
Let's do it. Let's bookend it.
I'm going to write, record, and mix and master another record just so that I can come on to your show and promote it. When? Give me a day right now so I can get started.
October 25th. It's my birthday. Just
too early.
Set the date. Set the date.
Too much pressure. Too much pressure. Can we make it closer to December? I'll plan on October 25th. But
and if Katy Perry can sing on the track, because we share a birthday.
Kim, leave Katy Perry alone.
She's not doing anything. She could record a song for me.
Leave her be.
Poor Katy. Poor Katy.
Well, this is our opportunity to say goodbye to Katy Perry forever, Kim. And also our Facebook following, our podcast listeners. Thanks again.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Facebookians.
Yeah.
Facebookians. This is episode 192. We have 191 other ones on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts right now. You can go to any of the link wherever you're listening to this to and go find all of our stuff, as well as our Patreon with our exclusive stuff. Because if we have 192 episodes, that means we have a lot more bullshit in the Patreon exclusive. So entertain yourself for hours. Hibernate until next New Year's by watching our Patreon exclusives online. Give it to your friends and fam as a birthday gift, as a New Year's resolution to, I don't know, shut up more often and listen to podcasts. Who knows? Just direct them to CIMP.live. Direct yourself to Venmo and Patreon, to Venmo and PayPal, so you can support Bruce for Bruce's big ass birthday extravaganza tomorrow, January 19th.
BeckiJo, I'm gonna answer the question that you asked me when we started off the show. Did I make any New Year's resolutions? Yes. To shut up more, just a little bit more. To shut up just a little bit more.
Everybody, let's all do it.
And to listen to you and to say, I hear you, and God damn it, you're right, as always.
Yes.
Yeah. So if everyone can make their New Year's resolution to listen to me more, that would be honestly terrible. Don't ever do that. The only reason I have a podcast is because I have the compulsive middle child issue to incessantly talk. So with that being said, we are going to say we are going to say goodbye to the podcast and the Facebookians. We love you very much. Thank you, Bruce, so much.
Thank you.
We're going to record one more Patreon exclusive. Kim, thank you so much for being a beautiful co-host.
Hey.
Hey.
I saw that very moment I farted.
Of course. Kim's farting for Glee. So that's where we're at. Thank you so much, Facebook. We'll see you next week. And we're going to record this exclusive Patreon exclusive. So bye.
Oh,
bye.
Also, buy my record.
Oh my God. The most important part. I lied. We're not done. Bruce, please tell us where people can find your record and where people can see you and support you.
Comes out on Friday, BruceHughes.com, Bandcamp, Bruce Hughes, Waterloo Records, one of the premier record stores in all of America, in all 52 states. Jesus.
Amen. Waterloo's incredible. Congratulations, Bruce. That is fucking spectacular. That is incredible.
Yay! So go get it on Friday.
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna go get
Pre-order.
Pre-order. You got one day. Or just listen, or steal it like everybody else does on Saturday. It'll be fine.
Please don't steal it. But if you do steal anything from Waterloo Records, make it be something dumb like a Nickelback CD.
Oh, don't steal it from the store, from the internet. That's all I'm saying.
We don't advocate stealing from anything here.
Do not steal from Waterloo. I love those guys. Oh, my mom.
No, not Waterloo. God, no.
My mom just sent me a text. She's like, hey, it was a really nice interview. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't tell people my age.
I told you. We're going to bleep it, Connie. I promise.
Are we still on the air now? Because
unfortunately, yes, because I messed that up so badly. Because we were supposed to promote your album, she sent
me a message like the feed was off. Like, oh, it's over. It was so great. It's like,
It's because she stopped listening to it 20 minutes ago instead of 8.
Half an hour ago.
Yeah.
As soon as the music started.
And we love you. We'll see you next week.
Okay, head over to CIMP.live and get your bonus videos, photos, merch, and more. And remember, give the podcast a 5-star rating. Every rating helps these artists get discovered by new fans. Find all the full videos and past podcasts at musicfirsthand.live. Thanks for listening. See you next time.